Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm in the process of making a candy board. This here is the frame for the Cirricel. I'm just using it as a template. I have this 3/4 inch by 3.5 inch, I think, pine. I had some leftover, so I'm making sure that this is going to fit an 8-frame hive. But what I've done, I noticed someone mentioned in a video that I'm going to put like 3/4 inch mesh to hold the candy board. The bees are still going to be able to come up through the hardware cloth, 3/4 inch. But it has a tendency, it'll sag. So I thought, well, what if I make these slots and then I can put, I have this plywood, this scrap plywood, and I could put this into the slot. And another reason, and then nail the hardware cloth to this. Another reason I'm doing this is I have this scrap hardware cloth that is not exactly, it's just short of the width of this 8-frame dimension. So I'm trying to figure out a way how to still be able to use it. So if I put a little like frame inside here, I'll just be able to drop the hardware cloth on top of it. And I'm going to have like, maybe I'll have like 2, and then on the outside here. I was going to put one in the middle. I said, well, that's sort of like where the bees might cluster, you know, so maybe one on either side. But yeah, that's my thinking on this. Actually, I thought, well, I could just use this Cirricel frame since I already have it, but I'm just using it to figure out the dimensions here since this stock is a little bit thicker than what I have here. But yeah, trying to get a candy board together and get that on. We're going to have like 19, it's going to go down to like 19 degrees, I think, tonight or tomorrow. Just having a cold front come through. So I'll get back to you once I have this all laid out. Okay, what I did is the remaining 3/4 inch stock I had, I just planed it down so it fit in the slot here. So these can fit in the ends there, and that actually helps strengthen this a little bit. Not that it needs it once it's glued up and nailed, but that's the idea. And I have one of these I cut accidentally shorter than it needed to be, so I can still use it though. Yeah, I'm going to put 2 in the middle, or off-centered. So that should give enough strength that I could really put like 20 pounds of sugar, I think, is what it comes out to be. So that, one of these is shorter. Put that in the middle. You get the idea. If I can bring this all together here. And the one on the end should fit in here. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. So that should give enough. I'm looking at this now, and then I'm wondering, are they going to, they should be able to get in between the space here. It's going to be about 3/4 inch space to the bottom of the mesh. They should venture up there, be able to. Be a nice warm pocket, I think. And then the sugar will also hopefully absorb the moisture. I need to put a vent hole or an entrance over here. Alright, so this is the completed candy board. And I'm just going to put dampened sugar in here, so it's not really candy. I was going to drill a hole here, but I'm going to put the Vivaldi board on top, which has a hole in it. So I sort of stopped for the moment, just thinking about that. So yeah, this is, I think this is 3/8. I had some left over. So I made up, I had, I put some syrup on and they're not taking it anymore, and then I just took off. It's not the best, probably wasn't the best idea. It's really windy and cold, and I had put on a super on top and they weren't in that, and I'm like, well, all the hot air is going to rise above them and they're not going to be able to keep themselves warm. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to wait for this to solidify. I'm going to fill this up here, put some newspaper on here, and put this on the Hive, and then wrap it with that black wrap that I have for the bees, although it's for like a full Hive. But this seems to work with just one sheet here of newspaper. And I'll get this on because I'm kind of concerned that they're not getting to any of their reserves. So to get the moisture out, I think I'm going to keep a hole in the center here, and they're on the, if you're facing the front of the Hive, they're on the left hand side, I think, because that gets the sun the first thing in the morning. Could be wrong, but let me just go ahead, pack this sugar in. Oh, what I didn't think I finished the thought there. I had this leftover syrup they weren't taking, so I used that. It's a 2-to-1 syrup with Honeybee Healthy or one of those supplements. This is just 10 pounds of sugar. So this is an 8 frame. So I can add more later on. But it looks like I'll get a good inch thick layer here. Yeah, I probably could have waited, but I don't know. It's a little anxious here. Get them winterized. Alright, so let me finish this and then we'll go outside real quick and put this on the Hive. Alright, let's do this real quick. There's the cluster, and there's the sugar. There's a whole bunch of bees on top of here. They poke some holes in here. Get these guys in here. feel bad that there's this one guy. Oh, he went flying off. That wasn't a good idea. Okay. Put some burlap here. Boom. Insulation. Telescoping cover. Alright. Oh, and because I broke the seals on that, I don't think they'll be able to propolize. I got some painter's tape here. And I want to tape off all those joints. Cut down on any wind or cold infiltration. So I can find the beginning of this. Okay. Alright, I taped everything up. I have this insulating bag. I might as well use it, although it's for I think a Hive with a super on it. Let's get this on here. Alright, so the battery died there for a second. Not certain if it was, I think it might have been a memory card problem. But let me do this real quick. I've got the wrap on there and sugar for the candy board, and I think I have adequate ventilation, so that was a pretty tight fit. I didn't think it was going to go on a little looser and I'd have to strap it on, but I think because I don't have the scalloped handles on the hives that I built here, I put wooden handles on the outside. That might be one of the reasons, but pretty tight. I think it's a lot better than what they were enduring with this wind. Hopefully it gives them a little added protection, and that sugar will also absorb moisture. And I have the hole that consistently goes through up to the Vivaldi board, where I have some additional insulation. So I've got the burlap and then the additional foam board underneath the telescoping cover. So this is New England Gardening, winterizing my bees in the middle of a cold, windy day. Not ideal, but got it out of the way. So thanks for watching.